jump right into the next one. We're gonna have Sethlon versus P2P with Gibus.
Yep. I'm excited to see how this one's going to go because Gibus, definitely an established player here. You know, top 10 on the power rankings. I think he's top 5. And Sethlon, of course, he's climbing up there. He beat Denti today, and he's been bringing the fire as both of these guys will. I mean, we've got
he's going Charizard, which I haven't seen much of his Charizard in a while. I'm kind of surprised because I kind of rate Charizard on the lower end of the spectrum, but I'm excited to see what this can do. Maybe it's a matchup thing that he can exploit against Sethlon.
I think what we're going to see a lot from him is, well, I mean, definitely from Sethlon, we're going to see a lot of just getting Charizard away from him and then rushing him down. And I think Gibus is probably going to, at least he should, try to take his time and do that. Get setups for his combos and just try to not do what you normally do with Charizard and just rush them down.
Yeah, I think the added weight, too, is definitely going to play into this because a lot of his characters are really late and Roy's hitboxes, the sweet spots, hit really hard.
Yeah.
I guess
maybe another reason that he picked Charizard is to deal with those using that down beat and the super armor involved with that.
It's a difference. The question I have is, like, there's so many, you know, you could say he could live forever, but how the Charizard putting the damage up is always my question.
Yeah.
He just seems, and I don't know much about the character, but he just seems like a huge meat shield.
Yeah. He can definitely eat a lot of damage, which is why he has an incredibly powerful move that damages himself. He may not have the best vertical recovery in the game, but again, with that side beat, he's got a lot of range to cover.
We're getting it right now. Trying to counter that was a little ballsy counter.
I like that risk, but I think he just made that mistake of accidentally dropping off the stage.
Pummeling, refreshing his moves a little bit. I waited a little too long on the edge. Wasn't sure what decision he was going to make. Up throw is going to do it. 188 it takes to take
from the bottom of battle stock. Roy is definitely just a more powerful Marth that is on fire.
Yeah, Roy. It's a lot of Roy's power actually it's different from Marth. While Marth has tippers, Roy's strength of his power comes from the hilt of the sword.
Yeah.
So it's more centered around the middle of his hitbox, which you'll see a lot of really nicely spaced forward airs just don't have any knockbacks in it.
Yeah.
But when it's super close and I guess you could argue sloppy, you know, it hits like a train.
Yeah. Absolutely, and especially those forward smashes hurt so hard. I really don't know about the side Bs that I'm seeing from Gibus, and I definitely don't know about all these neutral B edge guards that I'm seeing from Sethlon.
Right, a little.
Yeah.
Both of them are kind of unsure of what to do, testing the waters. This is game one. That is going to take it a fully charged. Is it? Well,
no,
semi-charged neutral B.
Fully charged would have been hype.
Fully charged would have been hype, but I don't. That you have to give him all the time in the world to do that.
It's a hype nonetheless. So I'm wondering if we're going to be seeing a counter pick from Gibus as far as the character goes, or if he's going to try to stick with Charizard and just rack up that damage. Itching over.
Yeah, I think this is what I would have went with starting game one. This Lucario is his bread and butter. Yeah. A lot of people argue Greninja, but I think Lucario is what really. That's how I define Gibus as a Lucario main.
I think Greninja is more his bread and butter, but I think his Lucario is his best character. I think
fair enough.
I think he falls back on Greninja as a safe character for like a game 2 after he wins or something. Or if he's unsure about a matchup. But Lucario, if he's confident, I mean, you see, he just goes right out there. And because of Lucario's aura and the rage mechanic in this game, which practically doubles that effect, he's able to just go in there and not worry about getting hit by Roy as long as he's not getting sweet spotted at 60%.
A little trading back and forth in the percent. Lucario is up a little bit. Now Roy's bringing it back a little bit. Nice forward smash right there by.
It was a little bit of a breath holder. And for a moment, a lot of the crowd would have thought that would kill because they say that Duck Hunt has the shortest side blast zones, but it actually has the largest.
I heard it has very similar proportions to Battlefield, at least on the top.
Yes. Off the top, it has a very similar height, and off to the side, it's actually larger than all the other stages.
Can we talk about how Lucario's up a stock with 120%?
And he's just continuing to build up this damage because he's at such a high percent. This is what I love to see from Gibus.
This is where he shines the most. Not when he makes comebacks, but when he honestly just completely completely overwhelms in the long run. That up tilt's gonna take the stock.
Yeah, definitely the sweet spot there. And I mean, it just shows you how hard Roy hits, that every single one of his hitboxes on the sweet spot is just massive, massive damage.
We'll see what Sethlon can do, because Sethlon's a very smart player. He's got a bit of a deficit to work over, but this comebacks are a thing. That is true. I mean, rage is a big portion of this game.
No matter how much rage he has, though, he's
right,
you
just never want to put damage up is the thing.
So one thing I want to take note of that's been going on a lot this match, great combo there from Sethlon. I wanted to take note of the fact that Gibus is doing a lot of stalls.
That's gonna do it.
Yeah.
I've been telling him he needs to throw that out a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because you'll get characters when they get, or players that get nervous, they'll hide and shield, waiting for you to fast fall nair or even attempt a spot dodge. But that side B is gonna do it.
Side B with that command grab. But like I was saying, I'm really liking, especially with that counter pick, it worked out for him, that he was sticking to the walls to not let Sethlon get those edge guards. He'd have to go off stage to get them. And obviously with Boy's mediocre recovery, it's a very dangerous thing to do.
Exactly. Where it doesn't have the best recovery out there. But we're going to head to Game 3 right now. Sethlon has taken him to Final Destination.
Yeah, I think I definitely agree with this counter pick. Certainly not for the blast zones. They don't benefit Roy in any way whatsoever. But I do absolutely agree with the fact that Gibus will not have any platforms to rely on. And yeah, Sethlon will just be able to rush him down and get at him with the sword. And you can look at that, already at 87%.
Yeah, Sethlon is on a tear right now this stock. We'll see what Gibus can do. Anubis strategy. I wouldn't call it the Anubis strategy, but
he didn't intentionally lose a stock to gain aura.
No, that is true.
Strategy.
That is true. Like I was mentioning earlier, that nobody technically wants to put damage up in as a player because you fall behind and the chances of you getting KO'd are increased. However, it's a nice little niche for Lucario to have, and to have that extra power behind him.
I thought we were going to see a harder punish there from Sethlon and earn a KO as Gibus was stuck in a lot of lag. But a fantastic job. Thought we might see an up throw, but it's not a kill percent yet.
Not quite. I can imagine he would do it next opportunity, but that's going to be another option he can use. Up B is going to take the first stock.
And because of the mechanic of Lucario, Gibus has got a mountain to climb right now.
It's doable. I mean, it's
very
doable for a character like Lucario. It's just he's got to play his own game at this point. He's got to imagine as if this deficit isn't there.
Yeah. Again, just being able to rush down, in that first stock is one of the best advantages the Lucario player has, because you don't have to be afraid of getting the damage tacked on. But on the second stock, he's got to be careful.
Oh, wow, that's gonna kill.
DI was not good enough.
That's actually gonna do it.
Yeah.
So Sethlon taking another one of DFW's top players down. The transition from him into his other games is just, it's seamless. It's almost like he doesn't play Smash, he plays Roy.
Yeah.
Okay, I just got confirmation by Typo that is exactly what happened, what he does.